Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of the Cover Up Show, the show designed to demystify the personality of the Muslim woman, giving her voice and celebrating her. I'm Rahmat Wasim. Alhamdulillah, Allah has given us an opportunity to come to your homes today as well. But before we go on to our conversation, I would like for us to read our motivational quote today. Today we are taking something from Abraham Lincoln, and he says that you can have anything that you want if you want it that bad. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You can be anything that you want to. If you set out to accomplish it, if you hold on to it and focus on it, you would achieve it with a singleness of purpose. Yes. Sometimes when you start something, it's safe it's not really going the way you want it. You might even entertain the thoughts of giving up. Yes. It's like driving a nail into the wood. The first hit of the hammer, it doesn't budge. Second, third, by the time you be doing the fifth, sixth, or the 10th hit, you see the nails going right through it. That is how it is. So focus, be passionate about the things that you do, and continue to inspire yourself. And you will do it, inshallah. Like, comment, and share our videos. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and remember to hit on the notification bell below for more updates. Thank you. COVID-19 has presented a new challenge. They call it the new normal. Yes. Things are kind of upside down. People have lost their jobs. People were looking for jobs. Well, we don't know where they are going to find it now. That businesses are even folded up. But some people have found a way of surmounting all these challenges. Indeed, they've been pushed to come out and be an entrepreneur, taking advantage of the challenges that this pandemic has brought about to solve the solution. Today we have with me here a lady in the studio. She's Rabiatu Mensa. She did communication with the Ghana Institute of Journalism and specialized in public relations. You would think that this lady should have been in the office, right? No. She decided to do something else. And she's here to tell us her story. Sister Rabiatu, you are most welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for honoring our invitation.
And thank you too for inviting me here.
Yes. As I mentioned, COVID-19 has, thrown a lot of challenges to us. But how did you see it? I mean, the whole thing, just a summary of your experience.
Okay, so before I start, I would like to quote Dozan Tamate's top-notch quotes. So she says, in our darkest moments, that is where we discover that there is a brilliant light within ourselves,
Mashallah.
which can never and ever be dimmed.
Yeah.
COVID-19, to start with, COVID-19, before it came into the world, or should I say, before it came to Africa or Ghana, we discouraged ourselves. We kind of didn't take cleanliness to
that high.
Thank you. We, even though there is a saying that cleanliness is next to godliness,
yes.
We think, oh, okay,
it's okay.
matter.
We just choose to ignore it. We trivialize stuff.
And then you have people coming up with some silly jokes like the person who brought cleanliness was actually
knocked down by a car that was carrying the refuse.
Yes. So
and African gems are not harmful.
Oh yes. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. And because of that,
maybe we never perceive that some gems will travel all the way from Wuhan to visit us and they will be harmful.
So all because of that, we didn't take hand washing as a necessity in our lives. We thought, oh, I'm in my room, so if I go into the washroom, excuse me to say, and then I come out, no, I mean, it's
okay.
Me. It's okay.
Sure I'm not going to shake anybody's hands.
Yes,
Yes,
those kind of thoughts. It has really brought us. It has gotten us to a state where right now COVID-19 is telling you that you need to wash your hands. you really, really need to wash your hands. You have to take good care of your body, your surroundings, everything that you set out to do. You have to do it with clean hands. So COVID-19, yes, it has really shaped our lives and our thoughts to a higher extent. Right now, currently, we see that businesses are growing apart, people are being laid off, but COVID-19 is here to stay if only we allow it to stay. If we welcome it with open arms, we are probably going to allow it to stay and stay with us. But looking at the way COVID-19 is, I don't think we should encourage it
to be with us. So we should do everything to get it off.
Yes.
Before COVID-19, I mean, as I mentioned, after school and after doing your national service, the natural thing or the normal thing everybody knows is that you start searching for a job.
Yes.
And you've been attending interviews.
Yes.
And what happened? Nothing favorable.
We have to go back to our social media platforms when you recite your the pledge, Ghana's pledge, and then you end and you say, "So help me, God." So help me, God, manifest now after your service. So help me, God. Are you probably going to get a job or something? So help me, God. So I think
we are still waiting.
We are still waiting.
I mean, mashallah, doors can open. But in as much as you're waiting for a door to open, something else also came back. You decided to go into a skill.
Yes.
That was, getting rusted in your chop box somewhere.
Yes. I really did have a skill in soap making. Which I even acquired while I was doing my national service.
Okay.
As the Women's Commissioner for Adan West District, I decided to equip young ladies in the districts, as well as the national service women.
Okay.
And
so it was training meant for other women to give them skills.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was through that I also acquired that skill.
So you learned.
So when I learned it, I felt like, okay, so at least if you're a woman, at least you should have a skill. And I think this skill is okay with me and I'm okay with that. So I didn't really put in much effort.
We are not thinking of commercializing it then.
Yes, I thought about, I can do it and let's say we can use it in our home, at home.
Probably give it some few friends.
Yes, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think about commercializing it. No, I was just there.
So what prompted you to now go into, okay, let me go beyond just doing a few bottles for neighbors and my family, and now seriously looking at putting some price tag on it? Okay,
so COVID-19 came. We heard about COVID-19. COVID-19 wasn't in Africa, but I learned that its preventive measures, a key one to it all is hand washing. What goes with hand washing? Soap and then water. So, okay, fine. I think I can commercialize my soap now. I know how to make soap, so I'm going to do my soap and I'm going to add price tags and everything to it. I'm going to get customers to buy, and that was what gave me, an open mind to venture into the soap making. Okay. So initially, I would say I didn't have it in my mind to do soap, but later on I felt like, okay, I can do it, and I'll do it. I'm going to, start off. But initially, before starting, I thought about packaging. So it kept me back. It was just holding you. Yeah, it was holding me. So I was there. I was thinking, what should I put my soap in? You want a nice bottle. Something nice, something unique. Something catchy. That when it's on the market, you would even go for it because the packaging is very nice. And then when you open, you realize that it's not just the packaging. It has a bigger surprise in it. Yeah. So I was there. I was just thinking about the packaging, and all of a sudden I heard COVID, who is just 19 years old, has visited Africa.
And what are you doing?
What am I doing?
You're over age.
COVID is traveling the world. COVID has entered Africa. What am I doing? I need to sack COVID. I mean, COVID shouldn't even enter Ghana. No, I need to sack it. I don't know whether it's a he or a she, but COVID has to go. And that was when I felt like, okay, the packaging can hold on. Because in this crisis,
we are not really looking at how beautiful something is.
No. You are certainly looking at how your customers would feel after buying the product. I'm sure your customers themselves...
It's the content that is most important.
Yes,
the quality of the content.
Yes. So that is how the soap making came into
so
being.
So the packaging, what did you start with?
I started with our ordinary bottled water.
Okay, yeah. So the empty bottled waters, you gathered them.
Yes, and I was doing that, and I bought these Sobolo bottles later on, and currently, as you can see, I have. You are
using this now, and you've even put a sticker on it. Mashallah, RABI's. Okay, so there's a bee in it, representing your bee. Wow. So how has it been like? The sale. And how do you sell it? Do you supply to maybe supermarkets, or you do the individual personal selling?
I don't supply it to supermarkets because when you go to the supermarkets, they will definitely tell you that I have a cousin or a relative who is doing that business, and I can't take yours and then leave my relative. And as a seller too, you would also not feel comfortable if your relatives were to be doing same. So I don't give to supermarkets, but currently we are targeting hospitals, because that is where we think hand washing should be key, aside from our homes. Hospitals, because most people do come there, and most people come with different illness. Even maybe you are not probably going to get COVID.
There's
but
another
definitely
infection
you are going to
that
get
can knock
something
you
that,
out.
oh God.
Okay. So how about registering it? Have you thought about,
I have.
You have to take steps.
It's a must. As a Ghanaian, I have to. Because if someone should, probably have a name RABI and then go about and do something like this, and the person has a registered business, the person has more rights than you do. So I have really thought about it, and I am sure
that's the next step.
That's my next step. Before I expand, it's more.
The conversation is getting interesting, but we need to start wrapping up. For you, if someone is watching you out there, what would you tell the person, or how the person should look at this whole, pandemic? Because, RABI, people have lost their jobs.
Yes.
People are not working, and it's easy to be, just throw up your hands in the air and give up. What would you tell such a person?
If you're watching me, I really want you to know that COVID-19 is not here to stay.
Sure.
We really have to kick it out. And it doesn't matter wherever you find yourself. Look around you. I'm sure there's something within your vicinity that you haven't noticed. Take notice of the little things. I'm sure you would make money out of these little things. Remember that COVID-19 has closed many doors, but then it has opened many other doors.
Mashallah.
For instance, I didn't think about commercializing it, but COVID-19 has really opened my door for me to commercialize my soap. So, what about you?
You were sharing a story about a cousin who is into photography.
Yes,
and he works over the weekend because of outdoorings and funerals, and now there are no social gatherings. Share that story with us.
So this cousin of mine is a videographer, and he also takes photos. So I can't put him. I can say he's into photography, and he does his business mostly on the weekends, because for Ghana Central, or should I say Jamestown, outdooring and
Jail
weddings.
more.
Ah.
Hey.
And it usually happens during the weekend. So that is where he gets his monies from. But right now we are in this pandemic and he is stranded. Initially he didn't know what to do, but come to think of it, right now when you move about, I don't know if you have been to Jamestown during the COVID. When you move about, when you move from your junction to the next junction, you meet a policeman and he asks you, where are you going to?
That was when we were on during the lockdown.
During the lockdown. So it was difficult. And looking at there are people in his vicinity, you have to move from one area to a different area before you get charcoal. The charcoal sellers, they are at vantage points.
At that places, which was a bit far from where he was.
Yes. So he says, okay, my last money, I have just with me 17 Ghana cedis. 17 Ghana cedis. If I say I'm going to feed on that money, it will get finished within a day or two. So why don't I just venture into charcoal business? I mean, a whole videographer, he's doing charcoal business. What are you doing out today? You have to look for something.
So he started selling it.
Yes, he bought charcoal, 15 Ghana cedis. He used 1 cedi, 20 pesos to buy rubber.
Yeah.
And for boys, we know that they can easily take your basin without you without you saying anything. So he just picked his mom's basin and then wrapped everything. Currently, he is getting twice his money. And looking at somewhere like Jamestown, if you sell your charcoal and then you make it small, then probably you just sit on it. You not get anyone to buy. So he made it kind of,
at least to beat the competition. He increased the quantity.
Yes,
exactly.
And he made it 1 cedi too, not 2 cedis or something. 1 cedi. And now, come to think of, people go from far places. They don't really go to where the charcoal sellers are
They come to him.
They come to him because they know that he is closer. And his sizes are even better than the charcoal seller, because the size is given to you at 1 cedi.
I'd like to pick some lessons from it.
It's actually 2 cedis at the charcoal
The
seller.
first lesson that I'm picking is, don't look at your current situation. No. And don't look at the fact that, oh, maybe I'm a videographer. I mean, don't belittle any venture.
Yeah.
The other thing that I pick from it, so it means in it there's humility in it.
Yes.
I mean, there's that readiness that I need to be humble. The other aspect is that, okay, so if I'm going to go into it, I need to look at what is wrong with my society.
Yeah.
What problem can I solve?
Yeah.
And that's where the light bulb will light up in your head, and you want to pursue it. The other lesson that I'm picking is, how do I beat the competition? How do I couch and niche for myself? So he did not only the pricing, but he looked at also the packaging or the content.
Yeah.
So he increased the size and also priced it low,
Yeah.
so that people will come in, knowing very well that he's at a very good location, that people will come to him.
Will buy.
And those are serious business keys that you need to be successful. Know what you are about. Be humble about it.
Yeah.
Put yourself at a very good vantage. Carve a niche for yourself and beat the competition. Give customers a reason to come to you. In the midst of COVID-19, you will get something to do. That's a very interesting story.
Yes, but before we wrap it up all, I would like to add to what she says. No matter your degree, no matter your PhD, no matter your master's, maybe you should just look from within. Like I stated earlier on, look around your vicinity. What can you do? Currently, I see people move from houses to houses, offering to just weed for 10 Ghana cedis. And looking at these people, I would say I know them from afar, not really closer. And I know they do they do have some profession that is way higher than weeding for people. So, but they are willing to survive. You know, right now, Accra stay by plan.
Yes.
And we are looking at survival of the fittest. So please, don't just stay home hoping that.
And I think also, you see, it depends on how we make up our mind. If you were into a particular, let's say maybe you were a waitress at a restaurant, and now the restaurant is closed, and you want to move into don't call it weeding, call it landscaping. It is landscaping. You are shaping people's grass and gardens. It's landscaping. Let's encourage ourselves and give other meaning. I mean, to the things that, because if we keep on looking at it without small lens as is weeding, no. And there's nothing really wrong with weeding. It's a good exercise even. And getting money in addition is even fantastic. But we need to be able to package ourselves and package the things that we do well. He does this. Do somebody's garden beautifully, do the landscape and everything, and put it on take a picture, put it on his status. Do not a small card with your name, telephone number, and just pictures of what you do. And such, send it around. People will be calling you to come and cut their grass.
And that's in addition would be a side gig to him.
Yeah.
You can get money even after COVID is gone and everything.
You can be doing this over the weekend.
Yes.
To get some money. How it can even develop. You start buying mowers and hiring other people to go into, and it can become an actual business.
Maybe it might even pay more than what you
exactly. I believe people can expand their horizon.
Yes, I think people can really expand their horizon. However, it all depends on them.
Is the attitude and how we choose to approach things.
Sometimes the way we were nurtured as kids stops us. Or
we tend to look down on certain things.
Yes.
Because if for instance, when you do something wrong, you are punished to go and weed. I mean, you won't see weeding as a profession. You see it as a punishment.
That is it.
Sister Rabia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I really wish you well
Thank
you. In your ventures. And who knows, we'll be looking at the next big, cosmetic industry, right?
Inshallah and mashallah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be having a conversation with our sister, Rabia Mensah. She's a graduate from the Ghana Institute of Journalism. She did communication and specialized in public relations. And she's thrown a challenge to us all that instead of giving up and being at despair with ourselves, we should look within. And she said that in the darkest moment, that is when the light within shines brightest. And it's true. It is within these challenging times that you can actually know what you are capable of, what is within you, what you have hidden all this while. You pray about it, you commit everything to Allah, you trust in Him, He will direct you and He'll give you what you can do. We are grateful to all of you for watching us. We'll be signing off here on Cover Up Show, the show designed to demystify the personality of the Muslim woman, giving her a voice and celebrating us. Like our videos, share, comment, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's do this again. Jazakumullah. May Allah be with us all. Salam.